Good morning, I'm Marsha Sandoval, owner-broker of MKS Realty Group. During this time that we're all dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, I thought it would be prescient to talk about preparing for other types of emergencies. There are others out there far better prepared and educated to speak to you about COVID-19. And of course, what we're supposed to be doing and not doing is changing every day. But we can control how we prepare for other types of emergencies, such as natural disasters or weather-related issues. I recently read through FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, through Homeland Security, that over 80% of the people in the world live in countries that have experienced some type of national disaster. I think it's safe to say that now 100% of us in the world have dealt with a national emergency due to a pandemic. The information I'm sharing today has more to do with how we stay safe if we have to leave our homes versus staying in our homes, like with COVID-19. It's important that we start with an evacuation plan. Have a plan where every person in the family knows what their role will be, where they should meet, where you should end up outside the home if that becomes necessary, perhaps just outside the home or somewhere in the neighborhood. Maybe you even have to plan for somewhere in the city or even outside of the city if it becomes necessary to leave due to, say, an earthquake or a hurricane. No matter where we live in the world, we're all susceptible to some type of weather-related issue or emergency. For instance, where I live here in Arizona, we can have wildfires or flooding. Places where I've lived before, I've experienced blizzards and tornadoes. There are other areas that experience earthquakes and hurricanes. So no matter what type of emergency it may be, we can develop a plan, practice that plan, and know how to implement that plan when and if, God forbid, it comes time to follow through. Other types of emergencies that we all deal with have to do with our homes and other building fires. The number one reason of house fires is electrical appliances, faulty appliances, other electrical issues, and smoke issues. If we have a plan to take care of those things, I think our families will feel much more confident when it comes time to deal with them. Then you can practice that plan over and over again, because obviously, depending on the issue and who's home at the time, that plan may change. So it makes sense to have 1, 2, or even 3 different scenarios that you would practice. It's also possible to give the children a role to play in the evacuation plan. Obviously, it needs to be age appropriate, but they say that if every member has a duty and they know what that duty is, and you practice it until it's rote, when it comes time, everyone will feel more confident in how to safely get the family out of the home. And of course, our families include our pets, so don't forget to take your animals. Have something ready for them as well that you can grab quickly. You can go to aspca.org to get a free family pet kit. And for that kit, you should have information on their medications, if possible, their health issues, any medications that they take, a harness, a leash, anything that would be necessary to keep your pets safe with you while outside the home. A very important part of your plan includes having readily available information and paperwork that you'll need to take with you from the home if possible. You could prepare an Excel spreadsheet or Word document, whatever works for you. And some of the information on that document should be everyone's name, date of birth, social security number, blood type, medical history, perhaps school history, doctor's information, work history, anything that may be important if you should lose that information in your home. If you put that information on a zip drive and keep it somewhere accessible, you could grab that at the last minute, and then you have something to use when you're speaking with the authorities instead of trying to remember all of that information on your own, when you're already under an extreme amount of stress. You should also make sure that your paperwork you take with you has contact information for loved ones and others who you may need to contact at that time. FEMA also says that if you are in an emergency situation, send a text to those you need to try to reach versus a phone call, as a text will go through much easier on busy phone lines. You can visit www.ready.gov/make-a-plan to visit a government website where you can download pre-set templates to devise your unique family plan. I hope this information has been helpful to you and your family. Please take a minute to visit the sites that I listed to get more information on how you can prepare your family for an emergency of any sort. While we're all inside dealing with our own international emergency right now for COVID-19, I pray that you stay inside as much as you can and stay safe. Thanks again for listening.